Today it's November 22nd, 2025. It's the CCHA Stormhawks versus the Edina Hornets, Braemar Ice Arena. First meeting went to Edina 4-3. This is the second meeting in the last three games. We'll see if the Stormhawks come out strong. They did last game, and then they laid off a little bit. Face-off is down. Take it in right away by not Avon. Still don't have our jerseys yet. As Olin Van back to Dreyer. Dreyer takes the shot, tipped wide to Lindell. He shoots one wide too. Into the corner it goes. Edina hits their center on the breakout. He comes right down. It's a try to get a 3-on-2, pushed away by Dreyer. Behind the net it goes. Intercepted by Dreyer. Dreyer banks it off the glass, held in at the point by Edina. And they're going to call hand pass on Edina. And both teams will swap out their starting lineups and face off outside the Stormhawk zone. Blocker side. Arnold the net tonight in the tan pads, tan or brown. Draw is controlled by Edina. They regroup in the center ice. And actually, he didn't make it by the Y. That should have been icing, but gets it to Nutter on the side. Nutter's going to get it to the center. Clava comes down. He chips it by. He gets by him. Oh, he can't pick it up on the stick as he got by. Abbott lays a check, knocks him right down. Picked up by Clava again. Takes a shot, screen in front by Nutter. Didn't quite make it to the net. Abbott's high at the point. Unable to hold his own. Oh, he pushes it right to Edina. Edina intercepts it. They come down. Picked up by Zeltinger. Edina in the slot, off the stick. Oh, a puck. Crosby, Arnold was looking high, and it started rolling right at him. And at 13:34, the first period, it's still 0-0. Shots, I don't know if they're keeping track of them or not, or if we don't have any yet. So Nicolette center along with Brandt and Hines out there. Back to the point it goes. It's chipped. Arnold's going to glove it on a shot from the point, deflected by Brandt. And there'll be another face-off to the blocker side of Arnold. Nickel wins the draw, gets it to Break. Break's going to get it to Brandt. Brandt loses it. Heinz is going to get it in, shoots it in to the corner. Nickel is there. He's battling it to 2-on-1. Heinz is there. It's going to be slapped it by Brandt. It's going to be kept in by Break. Break can't get it out of the zone. Edina tries to get it, and they skate out into the Stormhawk zone. Shot on Crosby. Puck is right there for the rebound. Dangerous play. Easy shot for Edina. Picked up by Nickel. Nickel banks it off the board. Can't clear the defense, and they dump it behind the net of Arnold. DeBrake has it. Back to the point it goes. Brandt's there. With contact by Brandt and Nickel. And they bring it out of the zone, and Edina's got to regroup. Edina centers it right in the slot. No one's there. Neutral ice. And Edina goes far wing as they come in. Comes in on Thorpe. Tries to center it. It's right in the slot. Edina's there. And they take a backhand, and it goes right through the 5-hole. And that puts Edina up 1-0 on a shot that beat Crosby Arnold at the 5-hole. Puck was laying right in the house for Edina to just slap at it, and that's exactly what they did. (1-0) in favor of Edina at 12:17. Face off by Rotunda. Rotunda is going to pick it up. He's going to enter the zone. Takes a shot off the stick of a Hornet defender to try and hit the wing. Pinched in by Lindell. And it's still going to be held by Dreyer. Big rebound right there. Another shot. There it is. Good job. 3 shots. One from the right point, one from the left point. Kicked out 2 rebounds. And the second one right to the slot. And it was knocked in by, was it Olin Van? And it puts the Stormhawks right back here, 1-1 at 11:48. Dirty goals are what's going to get it. Face off by Rotunda. Draw is controlled and into Edina zone. Skated by the defense. He's going to be pinched off by Lindell. Rotunda's there as well. They're going to try and get it up to the wing. He comes in on Dreyer, off the pipe. Came in off the pipe, and I thought I saw a light flicker. So it was the pipe side of Arnold's glove side, and there'll be a face-off to his blocker side to start. Clave at center, wins the draw, pushes it back. It's going to be gathered by Zeltinger. Over to Nutter on the boards, along with Abin. Abin can't get it by the point. Picked up by Edina. They got a 2-on-1. Comes right through. Arnold gets it, and he smothers it. And I'm not sure he knows where it is. He just came right in from the corner, played it off the post, and shot up into Arnold's jersey. Face off won by Edina from the point, takes a shot, nothing on it, but Edina still controls. Clava's there, he gets a body on him, pushes him right off what they got to do. Nutter can't quite control it, still in the zone, controlled by Abin. Abin misses his target, gets it over, and it's going to be hit down. Blake Van is there. Excuse me, that's Nutter. Nutter back to the point. Can't keep it in. It jumps the stick of Zeltinger, and they got to regroup. Over to Abin. Abin up to Nutter. Nutter centers it through. It skipped some sticks, and it's still loose in the neutral zone. It's going to be picked up by Kleva, and it's going to be offsides. So as the Stormhawks have started to throw their body around a little bit, it keeps Edina, known for their speed, not necessarily their physicality, off their toes a little bit. Center ice draw, Nickel there along with Brant Hines, Thorpe and to break at the point. Face-off is kicked to the bench side, gathered by Edina, it's kicked in on Arnold. Arnold's just going to cover it up, and he'll get a face-off to the glove side. 10-16 as the first period continues. Draw is gathered up by Hines. Hines has got Brandt as well. He's going to circle Brandt. Goes around him, goes all the way around the net. It's kicked out to the center. It's pushed away, and Edina's going to pick up. They got a 3-on-1. Shot on Arnold, kick save to the corner. Puck is loose, down low, tries to get it. It's going to be intercepted by Brandt. Brandt's going to come up the boards. He's going to bank it in. He gets it over to Nichols. Nichols gets it to Hines, and Hines puts it in. So it chipped past Brandt, got it by the defensive. Nichols picked it up. Easy pass over to Hines, and it puts the Stormhawks up 2-1. On a nice little passing trio right there after it was a little chaotic in the Stormhawk zone. 9:41 of the first period, and the Stormhawks are up 2-1. Draw is won by the Stormhawks. Back to Lindell, over to Dreyer. Dreyer gets it to Brandt. Brandt gets taken down, and there's the first power play, as it looked like he got his hands up a little bit. So it looks like they're going to call him they'll probably give him a roughing, but they could probably give him an elbowing. That's what they gave him. So the first power play opportunity goes to the Stormhawks. Face-off will be in Edina zone. Kleva, Hines, and Nutter out there, along with Abin and Zeltinger. Draw is pushed back to the point, controlled by the Stormhawks. Abin's there. He gets it in the center, back to Abin. Down low it goes. He can't quite get it, and they got to get back. They get it up, intercepted by Zeltinger, and it's going to be picked up and just banked back in. Stormhawks regroup in their zone. Abin gets it over to Zeltinger. He's going to get it in. skate it in, get control. He's able to get it low, but loses control. Edina's going to pick it up, and they're just going to ring it out. And the setup's not doing so good. Give him another shot. Passes off, gets it up to Nutter. Nutter gets it in the zone. Tries to get it to Hines. That misconnects, but it comes right to Abbott at the point. Abbott takes a shot wide. Bounces straight back out. Nutter gets it. Looks like they finally are set up now. Clave on the right side. Zeltinger up high. Nutter down low. Dump down low is Hines. Hines has it behind the net. He comes through and stuffs it in. And not to toot Brady Graham's horn, but he said that was going to happen again in the car ride over. And that puts the Stormhawks up 3-1 at 8:20 of the first period. So they make good on that power play opportunity. 3-1. Face-off is still loose. Finally picked up. Dumped in by Van. Behind the net it goes. Rotunda's there. It's pushed along the side. It's going to be pinched by Dreyer. Dreyer's able to keep it in. F3. And dumps it down deep again. Battle down low. He's able to walk it out. Back to the point. Can't quite get it to Dreyer for a good shot, but he's able to keep it in the zone. Pushed in front. Edina skates in front of their net. Gets it to their wing. It's knocked away. Owen Van's going to have it. He's going to circle it. Takes a shot. Stick deflected into the corner. Blake Van's there. He gets it picked. Off the boards it goes, and it's going to come back down to the Stormhawk zone. It's going to be picked up by Dreyer. Behind the net he goes. He's looking. He tried to hit the center, and it's just behind. It's going to be icing. There'll be a face-off down in the Stormhawk zone at 7:26. Shots on net are not being totaled at this point, so we'll say the Stormhawks are ahead. Clave on the draw. It's going to be picked up by McNabb. McNabb's going to push it over to Nutter. Can't quite get it to him. Over to the wing of Edina as they enter the zone. Nutter drives them into the boards. Nice job by him. The physical contact is not going to be icing. It went off of two people's skates. And they missed that one. There'll be a face-off in the Stormhawk zone at 7:07. Clave on the draw again. Draw is controlled. Kick back to the point by Edina. There's a shot. Blocker saved to the corner by Arnold. Centered right out front. Doesn't make it. Thorpe, I believe that is. Gets it out. Comes back through. Going to be picked up by Tabrake. Tabrake's going to skate it up. He's going to get it up to Nutter. Nutter's got the guy in front. Gets it over to... who was that? McNabb. And it looks like Edina's going to the box again. This time for a hook. So another power play opportunity for the Stormhawks. At 6:41. Looks like Rotunda, McNabb, and Blake Van will be out there. At the point will be Lindell and Dreyer. Rotunda, the puck is kicked out, held in by Lindell. High to the slot, it goes to Dreyer. Down low. Back to the wing. They're going to go high to the slot on Dreyer if no one takes him. Oh, he tries to go high, unable to get it. Going to be picked up by McNabb. McNabb toe drags it through, loses it. And finally it comes to neutral zone where there's lots of traffic. Now it's a 4-on-1. McNabb comes in, takes a shot off the shoulder and crossbar, I believe, and into the netting. At 6:07 of the first period. Puck was turned over at the blue line or just in the neutral zone a little bit. Stormhawks grabbed it, brought it into the zone. Rotunda on the draw, it's batted forward. Van is there, Blake Van's there, he controls it. He gets it to McNabb. McNabb on the side. Back to McNabb. High to Dreyer. Dreyer's got it. They got some screen in front. Oh, it's tipped. Just goes wide. Edina gathers it, but there's some contact. And there's a hold. He's grabbing his stick right there. Picked up by Rotunda. Rotunda back to the point. He can't get it. And it's going to come all the way down. It's not going to be icing. Edina's going to be the first one there. Dreyer's just going to force him off. And now Lindell's going to force off. Take him out of the play. They get it over across to McNabb. McNabb's going to go wide. He goes deep. He beats the guy. Good job by him setting it up. Back to the point of Dreyer. It's in the slot. Rotunda can't quite get a stick on it. It comes back to the neutral zone. 33 seconds remaining on the power play opportunity. In the neutral goal, it goes. Avon has it. Comes in. Olin Van gets it. Down low it goes. Jackson Hines has it. He's got Brandt. Oh, Avon comes right to the slot. Gets a shot. Dreyer up high. 4 seconds remaining. And it's pushed all the way out. And the Stormhawks, that'll end the power play opportunity. And they're going to take it. It's going to be skated up by Zeltinger. He's going to push it down low. Nickel is there to force him off the puck. Brandt's there as well. Picked up by Nickel. Nickel tries to toe drag through. He can't get it. And Edina's got a guy racing. Zeltinger couldn't back check by him. Edina just dumps it into the corner. Heinz is there. And it's pushed back down low, and they'll regroup behind the Stormhawks' neck. He loses it to Edina right on the side. Puck comes right out front to Nickel. He's got Hines on the far side. He gets it up to Hines. Hines has got Brandt. He's going in all low and takes a shot off the crossbar. Picked up by Brandt. Brandt kicks it all the way back out to the neutral zone. It's a break. Over to Thorpe. Down it goes. Hines is going to chase. Guy's going to get hit. As they come in, Edina tries to get it out. Nichols has it. It doesn't leave the zone. There's a shot. Edina guy's playing Hines' stick, which should be a penalty if it's on the ice. And they're going to call a hand pass. It'll be a face-off outside the Edina zone at 3:23 of the first period. Clava on the draw. It's controlled by Edina. They push it back to their point. Point tries to hit it to their center. He comes down. He splits the middle. It comes through. Stick is knocked away. Dumped down low. Tabrek is there. He's going to put a body on him. Or try to. Clava's there to put a body on him. Centered out front. It's going to go. It's going to go the length of the ice all the way down to the Edina zone. Behind the net they're going to go. So it's picked by Van right out front. Now, excuse me, that was Nutter, and he hits McNabb. So Nutter picked it from the defenseman, centered it right out to McNabb, and McNabb buries it in the lower portion of the net as Edina lost control, and it's 4-1 at 2:46 of the first period in favor of the Stormhawks. Face-off one, controlled by the Stormhawks. Lindell gets it. He flips it up. Edina gains control. They go D to D. Hit their center. He's racing down. He's going to go wide. He tries to get by Dreyer. And it goes up off the netting on a chip shot. It'll be a face-off to the blocker side of Arnold. Rotunda on the draw. Goes back to the point. Oh, they had an opportunity to light someone up right there. Lindell's there. Picked up by Rotunda. Rotunda's going to get it to Dreyer. Dreyer's going to bank it off the boards, and it's at least going to clear the zone. Rotunda chases along with Olin and Blake Van. Back to Lindell as he regroups inside the Stormhawk zone. Tries to hit Rotunda. Can't quite get the stick on it. And Edina pushes it right back. Picked up by Linzel and banked into the neutral zone again. So neutral hockey at this point. Edina hits their center coming through. He's bothered by Rotunda and picked off by Lindell, who gets it up to Blake Van. Blake Van's going to come in. He's going to center it right to Lindell. Lindell got a piece of it, and he was ridden out of the play by the defenseman. And at 1:41 of the first period, it's still 4-1 in favor of the Stormhawks. Nicolette center, Heinz and Brampton at his side. Gets the draw back to Abin. Abin over to Zeltinger. He's going to dump it down low. Brandt's going to chase. Gives a little hit. Pushed off in by Edina. They get it up to their center. He tries to get it through. He pushes it down. He loses it down in the corner. Up the boards it goes. Brandt's there. Gets a stick. It comes back out to the neutral zone. Nickel is there. It's going to be picked up by Heinz. Heinz is there. He's got Brandt as well. Heinz takes it, shoots wide of the net. Dreyer is able to hold it in. Over to Heinz. Or Nickel. Nickel takes a shot. Got to look for that guy in the slot. They had one. Comes down on Dreyer. He beats Dreyer, but Dreyer gets a piece of him, and then he's finished off by Heinz. Abin's there. He takes the guy out on a solid hit. Dyer comes through. He hit again. Back to the point it goes. Down low it goes. Zeltinger's there. So right in the slot for Dyer. He takes a toe drag, pushes it, comes back to the point. It's going to go wide. It's going to go all the way to Brandt. Brandt's going to get it through. Not get it through. Try to get over to Heinz. It's going to be pushed all the way down. It's going to be icing at 13 seconds remaining in the first period. (4-1) is the score. Stormhawks in dark. Edina in their white and green. Face off by Kleva. Gets back to the point. They shoot a lazy shot right on. Doesn't quite make it to the net. It was chipped before that. Pushed along and out into the neutral zone where Edina is going to just bank it back in, and they're offsides. Not much of an effort by number 67 of Edina to get back on sides. So after one, score is 4-1 in favor of the Stormhawks. Second period, Stormhawks head 4-1 as the puck drops. Pushed and controlled by Edina. They try to get it up, intercepted by Thorpe. Thorpe banks it off the boards, out to the neutral zone. Edina just slaps it in, doesn't get it deep enough, and it's controlled by Thorpe. Thorpe drops it to Nutter. Nutter fans on it. Tries to get it to the guy on the other side. The Breakers are able to get a stick in it, and it's going to be picked up by Clava, who gets it to McNabb. McNabb reverses direction, rebanks it to Clava. He's going to get it to Nutter. Nutter's got Clava in front if he can get control. Just was unable to get control of it. As Edina comes back, ridden off by Thorpe. The break is there to cause some stick chaos. Picked up by Clava. Behind the net it goes. Going to get it to Nutter. And there's interference. If that wasn't interference, I don't know what was. Oh, Nutter got dropped. Puck wasn't there. And he took him out. Edina goes far side, tries to get it. He fans on it. Clava gets there. He's going to battle for it. Still gets control. Drops it right out front to Blake Van. Puck is loose right in the slot. Stopped by Edina person. Back to the point it goes. Thorpe gets it. Over to Chop. Rotunda's out there. He can't muscle it through. Tries to get it through, and it's a one-on-one. Edina on Lindell. Tries to get it through, Dreyer. Can't get it through Dreyer. Plays the body. Takes out the man and the puck, and he pins it up against the boards. Kicked out, picked up by Thorpe. He regathers behind the net. Banks it off the boards. Tipped by Blake Van. Gets it out to Olin Van. Olin Van's going to slap it. Tries to get it through. He's there. Can't get a shot on it. Fanned on it. Rotunda picks it up. He's driven into the corner. Blake Van is there. Rotunda plays some body. Edina's going to come back. They try to get it through. And it's going to be intercepted in the neutral zone by Lindell and then picked up by Rotunda, who's going to chase. Edina tries to get it out to the wing. He fans on it. It's picked up by the center. Hip checked into the board by Dreyer. Lindell has it behind the net. He gets it to Rotunda. Rotunda's coming back. And they lose it at neutral zone. Edina's got three guys up high. No one's back. Going to be played by Arnold. He's got to push that to the side. He got it up to Heinz. Heinz takes a shot. Blocker save. That could have been dangerous for both teams. Heinz got it. He got Nickel right out front. Heinz tries to stuff it twice. He's got Brand in the slot. Oh, he missed him. Nickel has it. He's going to go high to the point. Lindell is there. Over to Dreyer. Dreyer to Brandt. Brandt gets a nice little tip. Not much on it. Heinz has it behind the net. Nickel has it. As they go through, Heinz intercepts at F3. Picked up by Dreyer. Dreyer drives it down. Heinz is there. Brandt's got to stay back. Now it's a 2-on-1 with Lindell. Takes a shot. Hand save. Slapped away by Heinz. Dreyer is there. And they got to get their feet going. Two biggest circles. Face off outside the Stormhawk zone. Play on the draw along with McNabb and Nutter at its sides. Face off controlled by the Stormhawks. Avon has it. Tries to hit Nutter. Got his stick. They wave off icing. Clava chases. Kept in at the point. Can be picked up by McNabb. McNabb gets it. Nutter gets kind of shackled a little bit. Picked up. Avon still has it. Centers it right out front. No one's there. Edina hits it to their center and they push it out. He comes down on Zeltinger. Zeltinger's going to ride him into the boards. Little body contacts, knock Edina off their groove. Up the boards it goes to the point. Held back in and slapped. They try to center it out front. It's going to be picked up by Nutter. Nutter's going to regather. Well, this is Zeltinger. He's going to try and get it to the wing and at least leaves the zone. And Edina's got to regroup in the neutral zone. Edina's going to be offsides, and they'll probably be at center. Nope, they're going to move it all the way down to Edina's zone from where it was shot. And at 10:20 of the second period, it's still 4-1 in favor of the Stormhawks. Rotunda on the draw. Blake Van dumps it in. Edina regathers, tries to push it up to their center. They failed to click. It's going to be hit over to Blake Van. Blake can't get it. And Edina pushes it to their wing again. And they just slap it across where it's going to be picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe plays it behind the net to Break, who brings up the board to Blake Van. Blake's going to start to skate it. It's chipped by Edina. They got a 3-on-2 with a back checker for the Stormhawk. Shot by Radon Arnold into his pads. Rebound into his pads, and he's going to cover up, and there'll be a face-off to the blocker side at 9:45. Stormhawks in dark, Edina in green. Face-off is still not controlled by anyone. Edina comes out of there, takes a swing, shoots wide of the net. Good tie-up, but somehow he was still able to, Winger was able to get the shot. Tried, chipped up high, doesn't leave the zone, comes right to the slot. Pad saving off the side of the net. And like 3 fans in a row trying to get it out of the zone. Still don't leave the zone at this point. To Break, gets it, finally comes back out to Edina in the neutral zone. Shot goes behind Arnold. Picked up by to Break. Excuse me. That was Thorpe. Edina comes in. Backhand and rebound right there. Oh, he had the whole net. I don't know how he missed that one. He's going to try and get it to Lindell, and he ices it. They had Lindell upstairs, and I don't know how Edina missed that open net. Opportunity for them, but Edina's starting to get some momentum again, so they got to start playing the body. Click on their passes and move your feet. Face off to the glove side of Arnold. Nickel on the draw, gets it over to Lindell. On the boards, there's a battle. Lindell knocks him down. And what are they calling there? They're going to call a cross check. I thought that looked pretty good. But they're giving it, excuse me, it was Nickel. And he's going to the box, and it'll be a penalty kill. So a first power play opportunity for Edina, 5-on-4 at 8:39. Heinz on the draw, they get it out, and it's going to be flipped up by Lindell. Back behind Edina's net it goes. And they regroup by dumping it, and their defense is going to try and hit the long pass. He gets it up, and it's going to be grabbed by Lindell and dumped right back down into the zone. Edina plays it along the boards to their wing. Stick check by Kleva. Edina hasn't made it past center ice yet, at least with control yet. Edina chips it down there. Lindell gets it, he reverses directions. Comes back out to the point. Edina has it on the wall. They go down low. Again to the wing on the wall, he fans on it. Lindell gets it, he just chips it out into the neutral zone, chased by Heinz. Heinz is going to go to the box to check in from behind. And that'll be the second penalty. Cross check they called. So Edina will have a 2-man advantage for 49 seconds. Nutter on the draw. Nutter, Adam, Zeltinger out there. Edina gets a shot high above Arnold's glove. Edina pushes it back to the point. Over to the wing. Walks in the middle. There's a rebound right there. Kick to the side of the boards. Back high it goes. Shot on Arnold. Blocker save. Into the corner it goes. Picked up by Aben. He's going to battle for it. He's got two guys there. Edina tries to walk it to the center. Back to the point it goes. Edina tries to get through. Shot on Arnold. Push to the corner again. And the first power play is going to be over for the Hornets. They go far side, so they got 1:09 left on a 4-man advantage. Edina pushes it down, and they're going to switch people up. Nickel is out there with Grant. Edina's going to try and get it. It's going to come all the way through. Grant pushes them in there. It's got by Nickel. Nickel's going to skate it up. He just going to skate it in the zone. He gets through a few people. Back to the point it goes and dumped down low back to break. Behind the net it goes. Edina comes through, tries to skate it up the boards. Gets through. Edina has to wait for the guy to pass through. To the point it goes. 17 seconds remaining on the power play advantage. Up high to the point it goes. Down low to the wing. Shot on Arnold. It's going to come out. Gets held in by the point. Shot over to the far side. Shot high and into the netting at 5:27 of the second period. Still 4-1 in favor of the Stormhawks in the second period. Edina probably had a few more shots due to those two-man power play. Puck is pushed out to the point, forced to the wall, controlled by the Stormhawks. Oh, they lose it right in front. They got to start moving their feet again, getting some bodies on it. Picked up by Olin Van. Olin Van banks it off, and it's just going to be icing. A little bit too much mustard on that one. And there'll be a face-out down in the glove side of Arnold. Rotunda's going to take the draw. Got the Van brothers at his side. Face-off's one and kick back to the point of Edina. He fans on it. You can get it to Olin Van, who's going to get it up to Blake Van. It's going to be picked up by Rotunda. Oh, miscommunication there. Dreyer just gets it in behind the Hornets net. Olin Van rings it again. Going to be caught by Blake Van. Back to Dreyer. Dreyer takes a low shot. Kick saved by the Edina goaltender. It's one of the first shots we've had this period, I think. Dreyer can't quite hold the point, and it jumps out. And at 4:35, there'll be a face-off in the neutral zone, just outside Edina's zone. McNabb, Nutter, and Clava out there, along with Tabrake and Zeltinger and Aben. Aben picks it up, drives it deep into the Hornets zone. Oh, he blows an edge. And then they're going to give him a tripping call because his big stick, I think, got in Edina's skates as he went down. And again, another power play opportunity for Edina at 4:22. Nutter and Clava out there. Nutter's going to take the draw. Nutter wins the draw, controlled by Tabrake. Behind the net it goes, banks off the boards to Clava. Clava's going to shoot it out into the neutral zone. Edina's going to come into the zone. They're going to go low. They're going to set up. Down low they go to the wing on the boards. They like to push it low, high, low side. Not so much on the high side. When they get a shot from the point, doesn't seem to have much. Up high it goes. They look to the wing on the side. Takes a shot, and a save by Arnold at 3:43. Minute 22 remaining on the power play opportunity for Edina. Face off one by Nutter, gets it to Thorpe. Thorpe banks along the boards, controlled by Edina. Thorpe's going to bump him off. Edina's going to try and skate, hits it down low. On the rail, Edina goes back down low. In the corner he goes high to the slip point. Point to point they go. Edina skates it to the middle, takes a shot, right on net, makes it to Arnold. It's going to be picked up by Nutter. And they're going to take both of them. Edina and Zeltinger Thorpe for something. Roughing. 309. 309. Face off outside the zone. Grant and McNabb are still on the penalty kill for 48 seconds. Edina has the power play. Edina gets it, sends it back to their point. He's going to try and skate it through. McNabb rides him right into the boards. Good job by him. As he comes through, Grant rides him off. Shot on Arnold, kick to the corner, pad saved by him. Back to the point it goes. As they try and skate through, they can't get it through. Dreyer's able to kick it out. It is pushed down the ice for an icing. "14 seconds remain on the power play advantage for Edina. 4-1 in favor of the Stormhawks. 2:35 remaining in the second period. McNabb at center for the draw, wins the draw, goes low to Dreyer. It's going to come through. McNabb's going to try and chip it out. It's going to come to Brandt. Brandt just pushes it up forward. He's going to forecheck, and that's going to end the power play opportunity at this point for Edina. Edina skates it through. He comes right through the center slot, takes a shot. Stick checked into the corner by Arnold. Up to Avon. Avon's going to skate it. And they got to get McNabb's going to chase on him. Can't get it through. McNabb down low. Picked up by Lindell. Lindell comes through, takes a shot. And the Edina goaltender grabs it at minute 51. Minute 51, face off to the blocker side of the Edina goaltender. Nickel on the draw, wins the draw. Grant chips it back to the point. Lindell just flips it. Didn't have a good opportunity to get a shot on it. Pinned along the boards. Grant is there. He chips it back. And Brandt's going to the box for something. Missed it. Slash. Or a hook. High stick. Boy, second periods of the Stormhawks against Edina. I don't know what the deal is with all the penalties. But Brandt goes to the box for a high stick. And Edina will finish the period on the power play. This is about their fourth of the period. Puck is loose, kick back to the point. Edina controls on the lane, crosses it over, tries to get a shot, and then it's in. Got stuck on the skate, stopped right out there, and then was able to bust it in. And that gives Edina the goal that they've been looking for as the tides again have turned. And so the score is 4-2. Minute 24 remaining of the second period. Face off, the Rotunda lose it. Shot in by Edina behind the net of Arnold. Played along the boards. Pushed out to the neutral zone. Van is there. Avon pins it along the boards. He loses it. Comes right to the slot of Edina. He's right in the slot. Pass it over. Next Edina guy's there. Shot right on Arnold. This looks like what was happening last time. And they're going to give Avon a penalty for after conduct. So again, another penalty. So it'll be a 4-on-3 again for 56 seconds. Four to 2 in favor of the Stormhawks. Rotunda out there at center. Draw is kicked to the point. Over to the side. Edina goes down low. Pass it right out front. Easy goal. Easy goal. Then slow ball. And again, the power plays have cost the Stormhawks, and they let Edina right back into this game at 4-3. .3 seconds remaining in the second period. Clave on the draw. It's controlled by Edina. Edina's just going to dump it down. Right. Caught by to break. Nutter's going to chase. He bats it loose right in front. Off of McNabb's skate. Behind the net it goes. Over to the wing. They try to clear it to the center. Unable to get out. Picked up by the defense. The defense is going to skate. They try to dump it in. They can't clear it into the zone, and Edina's got to regroup. Picked by Clave. Clave is all alone. No one's with him. Takes a shot off the side of the net. Back to the point it goes. There's a shot off the pipe. And he didn't quite get it in. And then he blows the tire. And they run out of time. Edina, they had a 2-on-1 going through. And after 2, it's 4-3 in favor of the Stormhawks. And we'll be back after this. Do we know? Well, until someone says something, we'll keep going. Edina comes back. They skate through. He's going to be offsides, and it's 7:16 of the third period. Good now. That's it. She's set. No. Nope. Now, yep. Green light's on, so we'll watch it here a little bit. Outside the zone, Nickel, Brandt, Heinz, along with Aben and Tabrake. Gathered by Tabrake. Excuse me, that's Zeltinger. He gets it to Heinz. Heinz comes in. Heinz takes a shot. It's off the shin pads. Going to be held in by Zeltinger and out into the neutral zone. Heinz going to pick it up. Excuse me, Nickel's going to pick it up, dump it in behind the Hornets' nest. Heinz is there. Aben pinches. Puck is off Brandt's stick. Zeltinger gets it. He dumps it off the far boards. Comes in. Two Hornets are there. Takes a shot. Blocked by Aben. Off into the corner it goes. Edina has it. They set it right out front. Off the shin pad. Aben's there. Zeltinger's there. Edina's out playing them. They're controlling it at this point. Puck is loose. Comes right across the slot. No one's there for Edina. Down low it goes. Nichols battles along with Aben. Edina's being physical as well. Finally, it's picked up by Aben. He tries to get it out. He gets it to Brandt. Brandt on the boards. Brandt chips it high off the glass, and it goes out of play. 5:59 remaining in the third period. It's still 4-3 in favor of the Stormhawks. See what line is going to pick it up here. It seems like we've been playing in our zone for the third period with Edina. Face off, Kleva wins the draw, and it's dumped down behind Arnold and all the way into the bench side corner. Reverse direction behind the net. Try to get it loose. They can't control it. Edina's being physical. Gets it to McNabb. McNabb dumps it on the boards. Tabrake's there. Tries to get it through. Pinched by Edina. McNabb and Tabrake are on the boards. Puck is still loose. Kleva's going to pick it up. He's going to dump it behind the boards. He centers it over. He gets it to McNabb. McNabb's got a one-on-one with a back checker. He's got Kleva. Drops to Kleva in the slot. Back to McNabb. To Kleva. Oh, good opportunity. Just missed the net. But now they got to get back because Edina's got numbers. Edina comes back into the slot. Down low behind Arnold. Tabrake is there. Slams on the brakes, but loses the puck. Kleva's there. He chips it to Nutter. Nutter goes far side to McNabb. McNabb, again, has an opportunity. And he's going to dump it in deep, where Kleva's going to pick it up in the far corner. He's pinned off the puck. McNabb is there. He tries to center it. No one's there. And Edina comes back. Nice check by Dreyer. Takes him out of the play. Over to Lindell behind the net. Lindell just dumps it off the boards. He can't get it out. It comes right back to him. Goes far side. And Edina's going to regroup in the neutral zone. To the wing it goes. They got to watch the guy far side. There's the rebound right there. Picked up by Blake Van. Gets it to Olin Van. Olin Van gets it through. Behind Edina's net they go. They got two guys up front. They got to watch that. Nice job by Olin Van to get back. Behind the net of Arnold. Oh, it comes right out front. Takes a funny bounce. They're going to go high to the point. Held in. Shot. Blocked by Rotunda. Still in the slot. Rotunda's got to get his big stick there. Puck is loose. Right out front it is. Arnold's down on the ground. And finally, Lindell's going to maybe get control of it, but they just bat it right to the point again. It gets through. Dreyer's going to ice it out, bank it off the glass out into the neutral zone where Edina regroups. Olin Van's there along with Rotunda. Finally going to be picked up by Dreyer. Ridden into the boards by Olin Van. It's still in the zone. I've never seen so much traffic at the blue line in which you can't get out. Lindell drives the Edina guy into the boards. It's a 2-on-2 scrum at this point. Puck's not moving. Lindell wins the battle, stops behind the net, and then gets it picked. Centered right out front. Dreyer right to the point. Edina can't get a shot. And 2:51 remaining in the game. They go far side to the wing, takes a shot, goes right across the crease. No one's there. Back high to the point it goes. Shot right on the money. And good save by Arnold, and it chips down the ice, and there'll be an icing at 2:34 of the third period. Edina has controlled this period 100%. 2:34, Stormhawks still up 4-3. Face off to the blocker side of Arnold. Nickel on the draw, gets it to the point, shot, stick checked into the corner, comes across, gets it. Grant has it, he's gonna try and get it out. He gets it up to Heinz, and it's turned over in the neutral zone as Edina comes through. Puck is loose, right in the slot, off the pipe, it's loose, and there's a puck, and Grant's gonna pick it up, and they got a 3-on-2, they got a 4-on-2. Grant comes through, he's slashed, no call. Center right up front to Hines, but Grant on the side. Grant still has it, Hines gets it, tries to get it in, puck is loose. In a minute 55, there'll be a face-off in the zone of the Hornets. Best opportunity they had, 4-on-1. Minute 55 remaining. Stormhawks got to play this out strong. Edina will be pulling their goalie at their first opportunity. Face off one by Clava, pushed into the corner. Clava's going to get there. It's going to be held in by Thorpe. Thorpe tries to get it deep, and it's intercepted by Edina. Picked up by Tabrake. Tabrake tries to push it, and Edina gains control as they enter the zone. Tabrake is there. Nice job by him. Right in the slot it goes. Shot. Puck is loose. Oh, great save by Arnold. 2 opportunities right there. They try to get it out of the zone, and it jumps the stick. In a minute 22 to go. Edina has it in their zone. They try to get it out. Back to the point it goes. Tabrake gets it. He can't control it, but they just got to get it deep. They try to get it down. Clava gets it. He's going to go down. If they can't get their goalie off, that's going to help. Clava tries to center it out front, and Edina spins back. As they come down, it's chipped away by Thorpe, but not out of the zone. He comes right to the middle. Backhand pad save by Arnold. He's still at the top of the slot. Tipped. Puck is loose. Rutter's there. Shot. And Arnold covers up with 40 seconds remaining. And I don't know why the Edina goaltender is still in the net. Doesn't quite make sense to me. Down by 1. 40 seconds, 39 seconds remaining, and the Edina goaltender is still in the net. So Edina still has their 5 out there. Goalie's still in the net. Rotunda at the draw. It's loose and it's batted down the ice. That's going to kill a couple seconds, but it's going to be icing with 36 seconds remaining. And they're going to redraw again to the blocker side of Arnold. Rotunda needs to win this draw. It's loose. It's gathered. They got to get it out of the zone. They get it out of the zone. They kick it down to the Edina goaltender, who's going to make a fancy pass to the wing. He's going to be ridden out by Rotunda. And again, it's pushed out to the neutral zone. 20 seconds remaining. The Edina goaltender maybe wants to assist this game. He comes up. As Edina enters, right in the slot, it was saved by Arnold above the head. And they finally pull the goaltender with 10 seconds remaining, which totally don't get. One more draw, hopefully. they can tie it up. Rotunda on the draw. He needs to win this draw. Tie up the stick. Draw is won by Edina. Behind the net it goes. It's pushed to the side of the net, and the net comes off with 4 seconds remaining. One more draw. Rotunda, don't even take the puck. Just take the guy. Take the guy. On the draw, it's loose, and it's going to be shot out, and that should end the game. They're going to get one more face-off, but I've never seen anyone score with 0.5 seconds on the board. So this game's going to go to the Stormhawks. Started out hot, got a little sloppy in the middle, and both teams finished all right. Face-off again, and that's going to end it. The Stormhawks win the game, 4-3, shot from net. We have no idea, but again, so that evens the series at 1-1. Again, Stormhawks 4, Edina 3.